Okay, these special products, what's A plus B times A plus B? Okay, we're not guessing, we're not using magic, we're using distributive law, okay? And the distributive law says, without a doubt, that if you multiply A plus B, if you multiply anything by A plus B, that anything is multiplied by A and that anything is multiplied by B. Now I suggest, if you're messing up the distributive law, you go back and listen to what I just said and watch what I'm doing until it gets ingrained in your head. It's not that complicated, okay? But we absolutely have to get this done. Okay, so A plus B times A plus B is, okay, I could write it, well, I could write it in one of two ways. And this time I'm going to write A plus B times A plus A plus B times B. Because this times this is this times this plus this times this. Now I could also have written this plus this times this is this times this plus this times this. It can be written either way. And in a lot of what I've done it the other way. I'm going to do it this way because that's kind of the way I've written to guide some of your thinking and what I've just put in circulating around. Okay? And now the distributive law here says that, okay, A plus B times A means that A is multiplied by A and B is multiplied by A. And this one is A times B plus B times B. Well, from there it's just A squared plus BA plus AB plus B squared. Well, by the commutative law, it doesn't matter in what order you multiply A and B. BA is the same as AB, isn't it? Like 2 times 3 is the same as 3 times 2. It doesn't matter in what order you multiply things. So I can write the BA as AB just as well, because the order of multiplication doesn't matter. Now I see I've got AB and AB here, and that gives me, I've got 2 ABs, that's 2 AB. And there it is. That's a special product. Now we're going to apply that special product to a couple of examples, but you're going to see how to do that in the open math, because that's pretty much the basis for the whole assignment. We're going to do this special product. I don't see this special product in the assignment, but it's important for pre-calculus. So I want you to be sure you do understand it. It's exactly the same as this, except this B has a negative sign on it. So I wrote out my distributive law thing here. Leave myself enough room. Okay. So I could write this as A plus B times A, and then A plus B times negative B, or just minus A plus B times B. Okay. This times this minus this times this. Now there's a technical reason that's not. There's something else that's involved, but generally doesn't cause people any problems, so I'm not going to mention it. It could cause more confusion than it would help. So that's just how the distributive law works. You got something times something minus something, okay? it's the first something times this one minus the first something times this one, okay? Well, then A times A, and I want you to write it out in detail if you're having any trouble with this. Okay, so you're going to get your A squared plus BA here. And then you have minus all this. That means minus this, the negative of this, and minus this. Okay, so it's minus AB minus B squared. Okay, there's a little hand waving involved in that, but that's the way it works out. And I'll say that multiplying some quantity by, well, a negative in front of some quantity is just the same as having a negative 1 multiplied by that quantity. So it's as if we're distributing the negative sign through this quantity, because negative 1 is a negative sign. Okay? And I'm not going to go into all the detail next. I want to get to some applications of this thing. Okay, well, what's AB minus AB? It's 0, right? So that gives us A squared plus 0 minus B squared, which is just A squared minus B squared. Okay, now you might have multiplied these out. It'd be, worth your while to do that. But they're not going to be applicable to the assignment. And right now, I'm going to be content just with this much. When you get into an MDE 61 co-requisite with the pre-calculus course, you'll see more of it, okay? At this point, you know that one and how to apply it. Then you're not going to have any trouble applying the others.